It's another weekend, and guess what time it is? It is time for Who Said What, the show that makes sure that you are updated with happenings of every week, from Ghana to the shores of Africa and to other continents. We are here to give you the gist of everything that happens. But today we are going to look at Ghana alone. We are concentrating on our motherland. How was your week though? Did you have a productive week? Did anything go wrong? Was it successful? You know, you can share with us in the comment section. If you learned anything or something you encountered in the week, you could share with us. And while we are doing that, please like, share and subscribe to the News God for insightful content. Every day we are posting news, news stories, content, and a whole lot of things that will make your day, just like Who Said What. But without much ado, let's get into today's video. In our very first highlights of the week, we are going to be looking at a prominent politician in Ghana. I mean, she's a politician, lawyer, a former minister, and a whole lot in Ghanaian politics. I'm talking about lawyer Adwoa Sarfo. Now, this lady has been speaking a lot. She has granted a series of interviews this week alone, and she's spilling a lot about her party, that is the New Patriotic Party. She said things that the party has done against her, things that has hindered on her growth, and a whole lot of things. One of such videos and interviews she granted to Joy News, she mentioned how the party planned to make her unpopular, to kick her out of politics and in parliament as well. Let's look at that video.
Primaries for when we did for the 2024 election. I had many issues going on. Internally, I was branded as unpopular. I was branded as ungrateful to the party. I was branded as somebody that the people will abhor, the people will reject. The people are not willing to even see my face in the constituency. So it was a party decision, and they brought all the machinations that they had at their disposal to make sure that we kick Adwoa Sarfo out by hook or crook. Forgetting that you would use a delegate's album that you would manipulate. But at the end of the day, you will present a candidate to the larger picture, which is the larger electorate. And somebody that has suddenly become unpopular, somebody that the people will reject, somebody that has been so unfaithful to the party. I was supposed to be present at campaign rallies and campaigns in the constituency. And so our defeat is caused by my absence. I don't see the logic in this.
The party, some people in the party says that when they needed you most, you also rejected the party. You turned your back on them.
I didn't.
There was even a point that your own members wanted to get a speaker to kick you out of parliament.
I didn't. And all that we were doing, all that we did.
In another interview with Asempa FM, Adwoa Sarfo talked about the vote on the implementation of e-levy in parliament. Do you all remember the impersonation case against her in parliament for that particular vote on the e-levy? There was a woman, I mean, she stopped coming to parliament for a while before then, and then one day she comes to parliament looking a little bit different. Well, that was according to people's eyes. Me, I don't have proper eyes, so I don't know whether it was her or not. But people allege that it wasn't her. Well, Adwoa Sarfo in this very interview clarified that it was indeed her. And she had given birth, and her body was healing, was in the healing process, and that is why she looked like that. And it was in fact her, but they did not vote for e-levy that day. And when they actually voted for e-levy, she abstained from it, and she had very good reasons to stay from it, to stay away from it. Let's watch that.
But I dear Bakwa may regret it. Bakwa, I will never. E-levy, the bomb charge.
E-levy said at the time, this was a critical piece of legislation, and our buying person will push it through to rescue the economy. Numbers near tied. The opposition was on government, said they will never allow. Or more, just one number more than the opposition. Adwoa Sarfo also beka homa buying the 138. Yes, Adwoa Sarfo, and you say you will not regret?
No. Well, e-levy, ban, yentoboana aban pese yen jiji
sure
nipa manfo a ewo Ghana say bia wo ye momo bank to online banking that kind of niamano electronic transactions
sure
ne baaye no anhyehyeye ne baaye no esoro ho no ye mu bi no ni yesusu say emwa Ghana.
You had that personal conviction.
Exactly. So
say 11
emwa yen esan say me baby a me fi any baby a yetete me papa ofri grass and wako grace mu
okay
just ofri him and nyame aye no defo ene oba yen so no ne ode atete yen ne asore ne ginafo eye charity eye se eboa ehiafo ye boa onibiefo enyanka na sebe minua me se na me hu 11 ni se me nam kwan na me hunu on to body ko fibro kuman chese wo body ni nyina na egu ho no wo boa no ko enu 500 Ghana obi me dwetre 100 na watoto a o se me maami wo ekura me sendi sika akoma no okotena so no o sendi kakra na wanya na yatin na and sit well
with you.
Still on Adwoa Sarfo, she announced in another interview with Joy News that she would not seek re-election for the Odomi Kwabenya constituency seat unless directed otherwise by her own father. She also shared aspirations for higher roles in the future, which includes position of Speaker of Parliament, President or Vice President.
I've been asked many times on this issue. What I would say is, considering what I've been through, considering how I've been treated in the constituency, despite my devotion, despite my sacrifices, despite my hard work, how I've been treated, I don't think so. I won't.
You won't contest the constituency again?
It would take my father to change my mind. I won't. I have done 12 years. I have done 12 solid years, and I've left a good legacy in the constituency. I will not contest Odomi Kwabenya. I'm moving forward. I'm looking at other bigger things.
Like what? The presidency?
One day, not now. Yes. I'm looking at speakership. Yes. I'm looking at
running mate, the presidency itself. Running mate.
Oh, what I'm saying is,
well, I hope she fights for these aspirations of hers. I would like to see a lady president and Speaker of Parliament one day. Now, speaking about internal matters of her constituency, that is the Odomi Kwabenya constituency, and the loss of the NPP representative, which is Michael Kwe Jr. to Elike Makrugu of the NDC, Adwoa Sarfo revealed that Michael Kwe Jr. attacked and insulted her father, that is Apostle Kwejo Sarfo, calling him a common farmer and an illiterate, and the disrespect to the whole community and their church, which is the Christo Asafo Church as a whole, led to his defeat, and not because she refused to campaign for him.
Ni papa ko parliament da nti obi a ni papa do afuo onko no ni papa ni ko do afuo no ne de parliament hye ne nsa no na ni papa ye adwuma ni bi panyin na wako school nti ye fa ne nko ene wo ne wo di panyin se yatem wo wi a wa beka se Christ asafofo anto aba da bi o ye twa ye nsa se ya nsuo sebe ene fi munye moja wo timi gina ho ka se Christ asafofo no kra omo dodo ye sen omo wo mu a enye ma omufiri munso a entosini nti wanko ya sorry dan bi eni hono mu a Michael Kwe Jr. esi muda akurugu ba ho 4 times
Chris Asafo sorry
wan simu ho na papa na nkasa te brono ne so ankasa nso ye branches mi ensa wan si ebia muda ya mbo jacket ya mana amada na bronya yi papa ye technological exhibition Eralo ADC ni no me ni no e na asem kra mfa me ho nanso ohu otenase hunu say so obeye yi o onye ye won peso no so agi so de ni die ma ne ni die won oba sorry sa mako enan yete hwa convention as a technological exhibition na papa ye na afidia ye pe ya mami na abo NDC duku ya waduru kwi
me hu social media
there bi o na wo kwe wo de nam party mpanyifo so say me de mami na ba me papa convention me sere no me kope NPP masala chikura mi guve ko ho me ko make house chapel enye me papa sorry me ko ho me papa prophet Brady Nyameche me ko Israel king of Jews me ko ne ho makwa me papa me chia wa no pay me sin jiji koko asori pay
area champion
na me nko me se masala chikura na me ko.
Still on the interviews made by Adwoa Sarfo in recent times, a Black Rasta musician and presenter took his platform to talk about Adwoa Sarfo's matters. Now, Black Rasta is of the view that Adwoa Sarfo is not acknowledging her fault. Rather, she is trying to blame others. Black Rasta went further to call Adwoa Sarfo an ostrich, and ostriches are known to run away from common sense. That is according to Black Rasta. Yabo!
My brother, my sister, it is so nauseating, so terribly bad when people refuse to accept the truth. Adwoa Sarfo is one such ostrich. Ostriches are known to run away from common sense, and they indulge in frivolities and building castles in the air. My brother, my sister, can you imagine that Adwoa Sarfo is still talking? Adwoa Sarfo became the most arrogant politician in Ghana. In the days of Nana Akufo-Addo and Bawumia running this country into the ditches. Adwoa Sarfo, my brother, my sister, left the shores of this country with or without permission from the president, went all the way to America, and within 2 weeks of staying in America, her accent changed. She started to speak like an American. She made it clear against all her vows that she took in broad daylight right here in this country, that her family was more important to her than the country Ghana. Adwoa Sarfo refused to return to the country despite the numerous clarion calls that reached her wherever she was in America, basking in the glory of the American taxpayer.
What do you make of Black Rasta's comment? Do you agree with him or you disagree? Share with us in the comments below. Now, in the heat of all the interviews, the NPP executives referred Adwoa Sarfo to the disciplinary committee for disregarding party's directive to refrain from discussing issues that create unrest, negativism, and disaffection within the party. This is according to an earlier directive that was issued by the party to ban all party members from discussing things related to the party. And Adwoa Sarfo, after that directive, went on Joy News Post to talk about matters relating to the parties too, and that is where she was found wanted. And now she is to face the DC of the NPP. We hope that goes well for her. Moving on from Adwoa Sarfo's issue, we are going to Parliament. Parliament had a series of proceedings this week, and we are going to take some highlight of some brouhahas that went on as usual in Parliament. First on our list, we are going to look at the Majority Leader Mahama Ayariga's warning to Minority Leader Afenyo-Markin. He told Afenyo-Markin that he is not above anyone in the House, and cautioned him sternly regarding his conduct in the House.
The Minority Leader should learn to behave properly in this chamber. He should learn to behave properly in this chamber. Please, let's treat each other with respect. Please, you cannot stand here and just point accusing finger and say they don't keep their promises. So you cannot stand here and just throw your fingers and then point at us and say we don't keep our promises. The budget has just been brought. We have not yet even considered it. We have not yet even approved it for us to implement our promises. You cannot always stand up and talk as if you are more than anybody in this chamber. Make this your last time. Make this your last time.
Honourable members, the issue of keeping promise or not.
Well, what do you make of the majority leader's warning to Afenyo-Markin? Do you think Afenyo deserved it? Well, let's move on, but still on parliamentary proceedings. Afenyo-Markin, minority leader, during one of parliamentary proceedings, decided to inadvertently dismiss the roads and highways minister from parliament. And his reason? The NDC government owes numerous contractors, and so he was urging him to settle the debt if he truly aims to improve Ghana's situation and not just come to parliament and come and debate. He should be within his ministry, at the ministry, to cater for the contractors that they are owing.
He is supposed to stay at the ministry and pay contractors. Mr. Speaker, he can. This is not where you are supposed to be. Go to the ministry and work. If you want to be in leadership, then resign. He comes here to bring the temperature, raise the temperature, and then when he comes, he wants to change the temperature in this chamber. The contractors need to be paid.
Thank you.
The roads must be
constructed.
Thank you, leader. Leave this chamber and go and
leader,
work.
Thank you.
Yes, Mr. Speaker, you should leave here and go and work.
In the morning and work to 1 o'clock, then I come and perform my duty as a member of parliament. So I agree with him. We owe contractors. We shall work hard to pay the contractors. But he should also know that I'm still a member of parliament and I enjoy this as well. So I'll be here as a member. For the rest of the day, I'll be here with you.
Funny, right? Well, that is Afenyo-Markin for you. But you know, Afenyo-Markin has been on the bad side of people this week. First, it was because he made a comment about, he proposed that a hospital be built for members of parliament only. And that didn't sit well with a lot of Ghanaians. People were hating on him. Why would you say that our parliamentarians better than the common Ghanaians? Blah, blah, blah. We voted for you to go to parliament. Now you want to be treated special. Afenyo-Markin had it water this week. That was Afenyo-Markin, and he's not stopping today. He's not stopping today, he's not stopping tomorrow, he's not stopping ever. So long as he remains in parliament and minority leader, or maybe majority leader someday, he's still going to talk. But that will be all for this week's highlight on Who Said What. Let us know your favorite, and if there was anything that you think I should have captured in this week's episode, you could alert me in the comment section below. And this is the News God. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share for more people to know about us. Until then, until another time, my name is Angela Deladem Kufuor, aka Miss Angeshima, your girl. Peace out. Have a lovely weekend.